There are some medicines that treat cancer, arthritis, and ulcers, which can also induce an abortion. That's why doctors in some states with strict abortion laws like Georgia are now being forced to navigate some new health challenges. This Atlanta woman has been taking this pill for the last 8 years. Cindy Gatton takes misoprostol to prevent stomach ulcers, which can be caused by the long-term use of anti-inflammatory drugs, which she also takes for her arthritis.
After my second ulcer, I had asked my primary care doctor if he would be comfortable prescribing this drug. He did, and I've taken it daily pretty much ever since.
And Gatton never had a problem filling her prescription at this Publix pharmacy in Decatur until a few weeks ago.
The pharmacy tech said, well, we have to get additional information from your doctor. So that's kind of curious. What information do you need? And that was when he told me we need the doctor to tell us the diagnosis that they're prescribing it for.
In addition to preventing stomach ulcers, misoprostol can also be used to complete miscarriages or to induce abortions. And most abortions are now banned in Georgia at roughly 6 weeks of pregnancy, with the state's heartbeat law now in effect. But Gatton says she's past childbearing age, and even if she wasn't, this feels like a privacy violation.
If a licensed physician writes a prescription, a pharmacy can and should fill it. That's the obligation of the pharmacist.
But after the Supreme Court struck down Roe v Wade, it seems pharmacists who have liability for the prescriptions they dole out are scrambling. According to patient advocacy groups like the Global Healthy Living Foundation, dozens of women are also having problems getting methotrexate at the pharmacy, another drug which treats arthritis but can also be used to end a pregnancy. CBS 46 Investigates sent 4 emails to Publix, asking about new policies following the reversal of Roe v Wade. All 4 went unanswered. Meanwhile, a Walgreens spokesperson told us that trigger laws in various states require additional steps for dispensing certain prescriptions and apply to all pharmacies, including Walgreens. While a CVS spokesperson said, these laws, some of which include criminal penalties, have forced us to require pharmacists in these states, which does not include Georgia, to validate that the intended indication is not to terminate a pregnancy before they can fill a prescription for methotrexate or misoprostol.
And so we, under this law, are really unable to take care of those patients. And that's really egregious.
Some Atlanta doctors are already speaking up. At a recent panel sponsored by the Democratic Party of Georgia, OBGYN Dr. Megan Cohen talked about the restrictions that Georgia's 6-week abortion ban could create for women experiencing miscarriages.
It's also going to probably restrict our ability to treat people who are in the midst of a miscarriage, even if there isn't cardiac activity, because of pharmacists not wanting to give out the mifepristone and the misoprostol, which are those same medicines that are standard of care, actually to treat a miscarriage as well.
Anti-abortion activists disagree, telling us it's all about intent, adding that doctors should not be worried about prescribing these medications unless they're doing so to induce an abortion.
This is not intended to impact drugs that are used for other purposes. This is intended to impact drugs that are used when used to cause an abortion. So it's unfortunate that it's being misunderstood in such a way as to scare women.
Yes, good morning.
But those like Cindy Gatton say that doctors' and patients' concerns are valid, and she does not like experiencing politics at the pharmacy.
This just seems like a burden on an important part of the healthcare team that is unnecessary.
Meanwhile, the U.S. government just reminded pharmacies that they must follow federal regulations, and refusing to fill a medication because of its potential to end a pregnancy could violate discrimination laws. Rachel Polanski, CBS 46 News.